So today is, I think, I don't know, March 31st, Monday morning. Spent 4 hours at the hospital on Friday. And so I wasn't really able to get much accomplished on Thursday or Friday because of some testing. And anyway, so here we are on Monday morning. I think it was, I forget what day it was that paperwork, that lawsuit came out as it relates to the superintendent, Patricia Royal. Saw that coming. It's been going on for a while. And it's so funny. It's so funny to, targeting people. It's actually like a hate list. There's a hate list of who people employed by the city can and cannot associate with. Is that what it is? Let's just talk about my experience, right? No IA investigations. Nope. Those stopped back in Tony Pyrus's day. Those stopped when Tony Pyrus was still around. Now, I have no idea where Tony Pyrus is today. I don't care. He's up there in age. He's not around. He's not around. But he was very much around when we met with him in 2014. Actually, it was 2015. And he, wanted to make sure that his daughter wasn't linked to any of this. But anyway, so he blocked IA investigations. In fact, it was around that time that any question that I had to be sent in the form of an APRA. So if I wanted to know, what policies and procedures were not followed, I couldn't get somebody on the phone to have a discussion. Nope. I had to ask for like a policy, paperwork. And, that's how the APRAs, were, and the thing with Frank Milos was, and if I didn't put APRA in the subject line, that fucking piece of shit, he didn't take it as an APRA. If I was asking for something, he didn't take it as an APRA because I didn't write APRA in the subject line. But it seems as though whenever anybody fucking wanted shit on my kid, they didn't have to write APRA. They didn't even have to say that it was a public records request. All they had to say was, hey, Paul Brandley, you thought your name wasn't going to be brought up? Hey, Paul, can you send me everything you've got on Joseph Farinelli? You send me everything you got over there? Yeah. Send it over. I don't have to put APRA. Nope. I'm just going to put that. And then that goes to Frank Milos. And then Frank Milos, the fucking piece of fucking garbage, fucking sends it over to Ethan Shorey. So anyway, getting back to this week, I don't know how many page lawsuit it is. But it shows a pattern. They think that they can get away with that woman, that Patricia Royal. Now, I've watched her. I've listened to her speaking. I've never met her in person. Michael has. And what a nice woman. What a nice woman trying to just do the best for our kids. The city of Pawtucket. And the abuse that she suffered, and the racism. Didn't Christine Bento bring that out? That things were happening. Like a teacher calling a child the N-word. What? In what world is this okay? So So, yeah. So, but my question is, she was being targeted. She was being abused. Racial discrimination and all that. Isn't that what happened to Christine at that council meeting? Isn't that what happened? Right? Now, Mark DeSisto. Hey, Mark. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Are you going to hear the same shit? Are you going to hear the same shit just coming from a different person? Because I'm sure you're going to have that case, right, Mark? You're going to have that case. Were you salivating? Were you fucking salivating when you realized it was 100 and something pages and it was going to be long and in depth, and that you were going to, your office was going to be working so fucking hard, right? Right? Yeah, I mean, because that's what you do. And then you share things. But, and I'm saying I'm talking about your office. How about Kathleen Hilton? When she was handling a different case, she all of a sudden had to target me. She had to go after me. She had to find out, like, how much time I spend on a fucking computer. What the fuck is that? Well, what? I'm a witness. And you called me as your witness. But you're writing all stuff about my kid. My kid didn't even know Christine Bento. You fucking piece of shit. See you next time, Kathleen, right? You writing all that shit about my kid. The stuff that's not true. Not fucking true, Katie. Not true. Then when another attorney is in a room, and I don't even know, I mean, I'm going to get the dates and stuff, but there's another attorney in a room with Frank Milos, Kathleen Hilton, and this other attorney. And this other attorney says, I love Lynn Farinelli and Frank Milos. I do too. Fucking creepy bastard. Fuck you. You are so fucking creepy. Oh, I do too. I love her too. No, what you've loved is 11 years of the fucking abuse. What you've loved is 11 years of trying to get every fucking thing that doesn't belong to you. My son's medical records. Who the fuck are you, Frank? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck were you to block photos that the state medical examiner's office should have had in their hand within a day of an incident? Months later, you're fucking calling over to the state medical examiner's office, and they put a big question mark, like, what the fuck is going on here with the city solicitor? He's not representing this kid. Who the fuck is he? Or who the fuck does he think he is? See, this is the thing. We have to look at Frank, and we have to say, who does Frank think he is? He thinks he's God. Yeah, he does. He thinks that he must have been a really fucking dweeby kid. He really must have been like one of those little, had to be involved in everything. Maybe that's why he had no friends. But, oh yeah, he's got to be involved. His office requested my son's rescue report twice. He was supposed to delete when he received my son's paperwork from the state medical examiner's office that was sent by the Pawtucket Police Department. State medical examiner's office sent that for the Pawtucket Police Department. Not for Frank Milos. He's all concerned. He's very concerned on who's going to know how much of a sick bastard he is. All they have to do is fucking meet him. Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah. He was going to, I'll delete it. Mm-hmm. Did you bring that home too, Frank? Did you bring that home too? Because we're going to ask your wife. Oh, yeah. She's going to be on the stand. She's going to answer to what kind of medical records and private records has Frank Milos brought home. He brought home a police report, an IA investigation. He brought all this shit home. You sharing it? Were you sharing it, Frank? Were you sharing it with your wife? We're going to find out. We're going to find out, Frank. No worries. I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll be fine when they ask her the questions. Yeah. Mark DeSisto's office. They're going to be fine too, Frank. Don't you worry. I know Katie's not seasoned. Katie's not seasoned. She's going to do fine. She's going to be doing fine. Who gave her that information? Who gave her the times that I'm on the computer? Who gave that to her? Who gave it? I don't know. Remember that day? Remember that day I called you and I told you, why the fuck is my kid's information, his name and everything, in Katie Hilton's paperwork on a case that has nothing to do with my son? See, this is the problem with DeSisto's office. They can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. So all your information on one case is going to go into another case, into another case, into another case, right? Is that the way it goes? But that's okay. That's okay, right, Frank? That's okay because it's not your kid, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. And if you think that hasn't bothered me, if you think that hasn't bothered me, I spent 13 days in the hospital. I spent 13 days in the hospital because of the likes of Frank Milos and Kathleen Hilton. Do you think that that's not going to be brought up? Do you think that it's not going to be brought up that this city is killing me? Do you think that that's not going to be brought up? The things that you people have done to me. But let's have some anonymous people. Let's have some anonymous people when I call to ask them questions and it makes them uncomfortable. You ever fucking think about how fucking uncomfortable I've been for 11 fucking years, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. But we'll find out. I mean, we're going to find the people because, I mean, obviously you brought shit home. You brought shit home. Did you discuss it with your wife? Did you discuss that with your wife? What does your wife know? Does she know that you needed to have 2 court orders in order to obtain my son's medical records, one from the rescue and one from the state medical examiner? Does she know that? Did she know that you told me that you were going to delete it, and instead of deleting it, you doubled down by fucking pulling it back up? Does she know that, Frank? Does your wife know that I tape everything? Does your wife know that I videotape everything? Does she know that, Frank? Does she? Tell me, Frank. Do it. Here's Frank Milos telling me all about his sisters and everything. If he was concerned, he wouldn't have been discussing his sisters going to school with me. No, that was just weeks before. And then on July 31st, fucking 4 to 5 hours of fucking telling me that they don't have it. Frank Milos is the one that had it. He wasn't talking. He was not talking. He was not talking. He left piece of garbage, Nicole Farias and Dan McKiernan, another piece of trash, to lie to me for fucking hours. And there was Carrie Hermansky, who was supposed to do the IA investigation into how this all happened. And no, there's no IA investigation. Because remember at the beginning of the conversation, Tony Pyrus blocked IA investigations. Yeah. That included the Dolan. How many people went in my son's file? We got all your names. I know some people are listening and, they're probably a little concerned. Yeah, your name is there. You're being called. Your name is there. You're being called. Where are those prints? Why were you in the file? We already know. Craig Letourneau had no business in there. What about Paul Trout? I mean, let's start with like the, 13 names in the detectives unit that have been monitoring me socially on the social media aspect. Let's start with those. So we definitely got those 13 because Sean Driscoll said they go on my Facebook and then they go in my son's file. They go on my Facebook and then they go in my son's file. That's how creepy. So, I mean, I know I'm saying that Frank Milos is creepy. You got some really creepy ass people down there. I mean, there's a long list. And poor Clovis Scraga, he was a little confused. Because he didn't know that when I placed the claim against the city for all the fucking times that all these fucking people were in my son's file, was ignored. It was ignored. It was ignored. And the field inspection report said, Lynn Farinelli says that she's got a recording. Yeah, I have that recording. I have that recording with Sean Driscoll. The same one that did the field inspection report that told me that they go on my Facebook and then go into my son's report. He was waiting, I guess, for his own words. He was waiting for that audio. He did the inspection report. He didn't know. He had no idea when he did the field inspection report what they were doing in there. But he was very clear with my husband when he said that, yeah, they go on her Facebook and then they go in your son's file. They go on her Facebook because she's like the National Enquirer. How about they do their fucking job? Now, Mark DeSisto is well aware of this. So I'm not sure what Katie Hilton knows as far as how much time I spend on a computer, but you're all aware of how much time the Pawtucket Police spends on the computer, right? I mean, because we've got a whole fucking detective unit and others, obviously, and many others who have all this time to go on my Facebook. How about Tracy Lee? What is it? Tracy Lee Colvin Delaney? Fucking dispatcher? A fucking dispatcher. She's in my kid's file. For what reason? And then she's on my Facebook. She's on my Facebook. Liking and then unclicking the like button. Like I didn't fucking notice that. She's not too bright, huh? She's not too bright. Anyway. Well, that's this morning. That's what's going on this morning. I do want to get into a little bit of the accreditation because we're going to prove that, the accreditation is fucking bogus, right? I don't know. I think that other departments should absolutely take a look at this accreditation thing because I told them about Dolan. I told them about James Bano. I told them that they lied to the state medical examiner as it relates to my son. I told them all of this. And yeah, they want to know, well, who did I tell after the fact? Yeah, I told Christine Crocker from accreditation that, there's blood on her hands too. Because she didn't get to the bottom of it. No, she just pushed through the accreditation with the Dolan thing still on the table. Yeah. There's a video of Tina at, I don't know where she is. She had a press release, a press conference on the Dolan situation. She gets very nervous when they say, well, We're hearing that there were complaints. Well, we're only here to talk about this. No, but what led up to it? What led up to it, Tina? What led up to it? All well documented. My complaint was well documented. My concerns to Christine Crocker over at the accreditation, well documented. Well documented with Sean Driscoll, Don Grebian, Frank Milos. Yeah. All well documented. All very well fucking documented. So, Mark, hey, Mark, give me a little ringy dingy because I've got a lot of stuff that you can use. Oh no, maybe you can't use it because you'll be defending. You'll be defending. Yeah, no, you can't use it, but the plaintiffs can use it. The plaintiffs can use all of it. They can use the Dolans. They can use. Come on. Dominique Silva. Going to be able to use that. Yeah. We're going to be able to use that. And the Dolan situation. And your office has stuff on Boehner, right? Wasn't it your office that requested the Boehner stuff? With his letter? You have it. You have it. Go check with Katie. Go check with Katie. Yeah. Go check with Katie about what Lizette sent to Kate Peter to get my son's information. Go check. Go check. You got it in your file. Go ahead. See, I don't have to prove. I don't have to sign any non-disclosure or anything like that. No. Why would I? For 11 years, you've made it look like I'm the fucking liar. No. You know who is a liar? I can list them. I can fucking list them. Let's start with Rafael Perez. Rafael Perez. Fucking liar. Nicole Farias. I think that Nicole Farias bothers me the most because I didn't think that she was a fucking sellout to Frank Milos to cover his ass. I really didn't. For some reason, I thought that she was kind of the person that would, like, stand up. No way. She gonna lie for him. She gonna lie. So, have you ever lied, Nicole? For 4 fucking hours you did. Yeah. Damn it, Kiernan. So disgraceful. But you know what? That's the thing. You know, Frank Milos can do whatever he wants. But all these people, all involved. All fucking involved. How does it feel? All these people are going to have to answer to what the fuck they know and what the fuck they did. How about, what's his name? Musa. I have a videotape with Musa. The mayor saying that I need a psychiatrist? No. See, that's what people do. Like, so you either comply or when you fight back, all of a sudden it's you that has the problem. No. Not me. Everything that I have said is true. Everything I have said is true. Every bit of it. Frank Milos knows that. He knows that. But we're going to see it all play out. We're going to see 11 years play the fuck out. That's the way we got to do it. It's going to bring everybody in. It's going to bring everybody in. Everybody. Yep. They've known since October 29th, 2014 that Perez lied to the state medical examiner's office. Frank Milos has known all along. But he played this game. I'll try to get your son's police report changed. He played that game. Or work with this one. They're going to change it. The person that he told me to work with to change my son's report is Carrie Hermansky. Carrie Hermansky said it was my opinion. It's my opinion that my son was not coming out gay and distraught over his situation, because she knows better. She knows better. So she, in some way, has information that my son was coming out gay on May 31st, 2014. She has some kind of knowledge of that. It was my opinion. But this is the one that and she supposedly wouldn't have been able to get into the file anyway, because it's supposedly locked. It's supposedly locked. Let's talk to Michael Caine. We're going to call him back in. We're going to call him. We're going to call him. I forget what he called the file. Petroleum. I forget what he called it. My son's file. Yeah, it was only called that because you people are fucking scumbags. Fucking going in and out of my son's report for no fucking reason. So he can call it whatever he wants. He needs to start looking at the people that were going in it. See, because he's only calling it that because so many people were going in it and it became an issue. You need to look at your coworkers, you fucking piece of shit. He doesn't even, I don't even know. He doesn't know many laws. I don't even know how he got through. You know, they got enough problems. Like, I don't know. He cut or had somebody cut open Manny Maciel's locker, invading his privacy. You know, a lot of shit happens down there. A lot of shit happens. But anyway, it's almost time for me to make a couple of phone calls. And, yeah. By the way, I'm feeling okay. Friday was a long day. Long, stressful day. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Got a lot to do. All right. Have the day you deserve.